Okay. Shelter, Siege, Surge, Xcalius. Double burst to start it off. That's a good way to start off. Okay. Welcome back to the ADV channel. In today's video, we have got Drain Fafnir, Nightmare Luinor, Blast Jinnius, Siege Xcalius, and Shelter Regulus. We've got world number 1, world number 2, world number 3, world number 4, world number 5, which create the big 5 in the Beyblade Burst Evolution show. And we're going to put them up against each other. And then, if you stick around till the end, you will be able to watch all 5 bays go up against each other in an ultimate final round. First to 1 point. But before that begins, be sure to comment a suggestion down below. Hit like. Can we get 15 likes on this video? Also, subscribe. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Okay, that is our next milestone. 5,000 subscribers. Let's get it, okay? Without further ado, we're going to start with Shelter Regulus taking on Siege Excalibur. Let's do it. First the 5s, obviously, as well. Okay. Shelter, Siege, Surge Xcalius. Double burst to start it off. That's a good way to start off. Alright. Surge up against Shelter here. Surge 2 points right there with a burst. Round number 2. Fight. And another burst right there. 4-0. Let's see, can Shelter Regulus make a comeback here or even survive against Siege Excalibur? Surge Xcalius here. Going around Shelter Regulus in the center here. He might have to activate some shelter defense, and he is in shelter defense mode now. To see if Xcalius can keep this going. Yes, he can. 6-0, a clean sweep there. Can Blast Jinnius do the same against Shelter Regulus? Jinnius, Regulus, probably the 2 least popular bays in the big 5, but 2 bays that never got evolutions, and 2 bays that were really good for about 2 to 3 episodes in the show. And Shelter Regulus. 1 point for Shelter Regulus. Since Shelter Regulus got the spin finish here, let's launch him first. Let's launch Blast Jinnius second here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so into the Shelter defense straight off the bat. Blast Jinnius with that Cyclone wall up, but not being able to get into the center. Shelter Regulus defending the center here. 1 point is so far for Shelter Regulus. It looks like he's going to get his second point here. Yes, he does. 2-0. Shelter Regulus in the lead. Shelter. Blast here. Blast up against Shelter. Can Blast get a point on the table here, or can Shelter get 3? The 3-peat of points. The 3-peat of rounds as well. Can he get that 3-0 here against Blast Jinnius? And Shelter Regulus with a 3-peat, 3-0. Shelter Regulus doing very well so far against Blast Jinnius. Here we go. Shelter, Jinnius here. So it looks like Shelter Regulus is pretty good against these slower Beyblades, these bays that don't just hit him repeatedly. So he might be the counter for Blast Jinnius here. Can he do it though? With a burst as well? Shelter Regulus defeats Blast Jinnius. This is where the luck runs out. Nightmare Luinor up against Shelter Regulus, and we're starting off with a burst finish. 2 points to Louis and Nightmare Luinor. Alright, Shelter. Nightmare here. And again, Nightmare Luinor. 4-0. He's on another league compared to Blast Jinnius. In Regulus, what am I talking about? But anyway, so 4-0 so far. It is not looking good for Shelter Regulus. Can Shelter Regulus do anything to get back into this? Because it only gets harder from Luinor. Once you pass that Blast Jinnius, you're going to have to deal with Fafnir and Luinor. Alright, let's see what Regulus can do here. And Regulus gets a spin finish, 1-4. Alright, let's continue. That is a miss launch and a half there. Let's try that again. Alright, let's see if Regulus can hang on in this round. Regulus just needs to hang on. That's all he's got to do, which is easier said than done with a bay like Luinor nipping at you. And boom, 6-1. Nightmare Luinor defeats Shelter Regulus. Which means there's only one big 5-member left. And that is Drain Fafnir. Lion versus Dragon. Let's get into it. Okay, here we go. Drain Fafnir. Shelter Regulus here. And Shelter Regulus technically does need this win. If he wants to break even and get 2 losses, 2 wins. He's only been able to defeat Blast Jinnius so far. Let's see what he can do up against Drain Fafnir. Can finish Drain Fafnir. Alright, let's go again. Drain Fafnir. Shelter Regulus. Shelter Regulus staying in the center. I'm not sure how smart that is for Regulus. I don't think this is going to be a fair match for Regulus because everything that Regulus can do is going to be negated basically. 2-0, Drain Fafnir. Alright, we're going to have to hand spin him 1 time against every base. So let's do it, okay? And a burst, just like that, Drain spin, 4-0. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't think Fafnir can really do much to lose here because Shelter Regulus has Tower and that loses to nothing. The shape of Fafnir is better. Fafnir can spin steal. And Regulus does not have the attack power to take down Fafnir in a knockout scenario. So this could be basically nothing Regulus can do here. And it looks like it's about to be 5-0. And yes, it is 5-0. Drain Fafnir takes the win, which means Shelter Regulus ends off with a score of 1 win and 3 losses, only being able to defeat Blast Jinnius, okay? And that means we're going to go now on to Surge Xcalius facing all the bays. And we're first versing all the big 5 members. And we're going to start off with him facing Blast Jinnius. Let's get into it. I do think we need a change of scenery here. So let's pull up that curtain here. Tell me, does that look better, chat? Alright, tell me. Alright, let's start off now with this Blast Jinnius match. Okay, here we go. Blast Jinnius. See, Xcalius here. 1.4. Surge Xcalius. So a knockout right there to start it off against Seed and Blast Jinnius. This match. Let's see what Blast Jinnius can do here. He's going to have to do something. He cannot allow Xcalius to just walk through, sure. And a burst right there, a little surge saver. 3-0. Blast Jinnius, Surge Xcalius. Okay, so Blast Jinnius taking the center here. Siege just taking his time. Which he can, you know, he's got 3 points difference on Blast Jinnius. And takes the win with another Surge Saber. Let's put him up against now our Nightmare Luinor, which is going to be a nightmare for Surge to beat. But let's find out if we can pull up an upset. Now, Surge Xcalius does have a win-loss ratio right now of 2 wins and 0 losses, which means that he definitely wants to try against, and he just couldn't do it. 2 points, Nightmare Luinor, but he definitely needs to try against Nightmare Luinor because he wants to keep that streak intact and also get that 3rd point, that 3rd win. Alright, let's launch Surge first here. Then launch our Nightmare Luinor in. Alright, both bays. Pretty even with attack power, but Nightmare Luinor's just got that burst resistance and that destroy driver, which is going to make it very tough for Xcalius to compete. Spin finish, Nightmare Luinor, 3-0. Okay, so it's 3-0. Can Xcalius do it? No, it's not. 4-0. Okay, this most likely is the final round for Xcalius here. 4-0 so far. Xcalius is very unlikely to win, and a burst just to rub salt in the wound. It's going to Drain Fafnir against Surge Xcalius. Okay, so we've got Drain Fafnir here. Now Xcalius does probably want to take this win, because if he takes this win, it'll be 3 wins and 1 loss, which is not a terrible record at all. But if he loses, he will break even with a 2-2. Which is not terrible either, but you definitely want to try to get that 3 points. And he starts off with a burst on Drain Fafnir. Okay, here we go. Drain, Surge, okay, some hits there from Xcalius. Really just trying to put Fafnir under pressure, and he's doing it really well. 4-0. Alright, this might be the end for Fafnir here, if he cannot do anything about this. 4-0 so far. Xcalius doing very well against Fafnir. Even if he loses this match, Xcalius, this is an impressive feat to get 4 points on Drain Fafnir. 2 points right there for Drain Fafnir. 2-4. Let's see if Xcalius can get that final point before Fafnir catches up. Drain against Surge. And a burst. 4-4. Comes down to this match. Drain. Surge. Here we go. And Drain knocks him out. 4-5. Drain Fafnir takes the win, which means we're moving on to Blast Jinnius up against Nightmare Luinor. And yeah, Nightmare Luinor's record right now is 2 wins and 0 losses. Blast Jinnius' record is 2 losses and 0 wins. So let's see if Blast Jinnius can get his first win. Okay, here we go. Luinor, Jinnius. Alright, this is probably the best chance for Jinnius here. Jinnius is really good with opposite spin rotation bays in the same generation as him and lower. And he takes the first point with a spin finish. Blast Jinnius takes his first point. Blast Jinnius. Nightmare Luinor here. Let's see, can Jinnius get this going? That guard driver definitely has more life after death than destroy. Oh, hold on. I'm pretty sure that's a burst. Is that a burst? Yes, it is. 2 points to Nightmare Luinor. 2-1. Okay, here we go. Nightmare Jinnius. Jinnius up against Nightmare here. 2-1 so far. Luinor in the lead now. Jinnius definitely doesn't want that to happen at all. 4-1. Nightmare up against Jinnius once again. 4-1 so far. It is looking unlikely for Jinnius to win here. But never count Jinnius out against the left one. See, like I said, 4-1. Can guard drive put the work in? No! Jinnius first, which means Jinnius is going to now have to go up against Fafnir. Fafnir has a 2-0 loss record. Jinnius has a 0-3 record. He has to get this win if he wants to even get a win. Let's find out if he can do it though. Okay, here we go. Fafnir. Jinnius. Jinnius needs to get this win or he's going to end off with the worst record. By far. With 4 losses and 0 wins. You can't really get any worse than that in this matchup with the other Big 5 members. Jinnius, 1 point. And to be honest, I really do believe this is where Jinnius really gets a shot here to shine, because Jinnius is known for a counter for Drain Fafnir. A very good counter for Drain Fafnir as well. And all Jinnius has got to do is just slow the tempo, make sure he cannot burst. And just use that Cyclone Wall and just slowly even it out, because that guard driver is definitely superior to nothing in terms of lap up there. And that's a tie. Alright, Joshua and Jinnius up against Fafnir. And 3. Nothing break. Hits a little bit there, not too much though. Fafnir taking the center here. Center charge. So far 1-0. Jinnius behind by no points. And Fafnir is up by a point. I mean, Fafnir is down by a point. Let's see what Jinnius can do here. Let's tie again. Now, I can't stress this enough. If we get to a point where there's 5 ties in a row, the match automatically ends. Alright, so far we've had, what, 3 ties in a row. So if there's 2 more ties in a row, this match will be abandoned, as both bays will have a no contest. So obviously neither bay wants that. And Jinnius takes a spin finish, 2-0. And it's going to be very hard for that to happen, but I do have to put rules in, just in case we're here for 8 years for repetitive draws, you know? It'll get very boring if we see each draws, so yeah. I do have to put stuff in place to make sure it's not just a draw fest with the 2 Beyblades, obviously. Let's see what Jinnius can do here. Jinnius does it again, 3-0. Jinnius right now doing genius maneuvers here against Fafnir. Fafnir might be in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, Drain Fafnir's trying to steal the spin, but that guard driver, you never know with that guard driver. Can Jinnius make it a 4-0? Let's find out. And yes, he does. Just so, that was that close. 4-0. Alright, 4-0 right now. It's going to come down to this. For Jinnius. This is all Jinnius needs to do. Is just take down Fafnir. But can he do it though? Very, very boring matchup. I wouldn't blame you if you skip this matchup, to be honest. Let's see who's going to take it. Jinnius takes it right there with a score of 5-0. Jinnius takes his first win, which gives him a score of 1 win and 3 losses, which is pretty meh. Now, we're going to go on Nightmare Luinor up against Drain Fafnir. 2 wins, 1 loss, 3 wins, 0 losses. So, Nightmare Luinor fighting for his undefeated streak here. And let's get into it. Can Drain Fafnir get a 3 wins in a row? Can he tie up the win record with Luinor? Can Luinor go for that 4-0? Let's find out right now. Okay, here we go. We're going to start it off with Nightmare Luinor up against Drain Fafnir. Here we go. First matchup of World number 1 versus World number 2. And we're going to start off with Drain Fafnir. Spin finish. Alright, here we go. So Luinor down now by point here. Dragon versus Dragon. And 2 points. 2 consistent spin finishes there for Fafnir. There's looking good for Fafnir right now. I think Fafnir knows what he's going to do. Just stall it out just a little bit. And take down Nightmare Luinor. That's all he's going to do. And it looks like he's got the plan. And he knows what he's going to do here. 3-0, Drain Fafnir. Okay, here we go. Nightmare up against Drain here. Drain with a big hit there. Nearly knocks himself out. This is a weak point of Nightmare Luinor. And goes into the pocket. Nightmare Luinor takes his first point, 1-3. Luinor just found a way to have a good shot at taking down Fafnir here. Can he execute it though? And oh! 3-3. We are tied up here. Tie game. Just when we thought Nightmare Luinor was gonna 3-0, he comes back and makes it 3-3. That's the power of Nightmare Luinor. And a burst right there. Nightmare Luinor takes an undefeated streak right there. Fafnir breaks even with 2 wins, 2 losses. Nightmare Luinor gets 4 wins and 0 losses. And now, let's go on to the match that everyone's all been waiting for. Let's go on to that big 5 first 1 to 1 point marathon battle. Okay, here we go. It comes all down to this here. Down to this matchup here. And Nightmare Luinor does everything. He takes down Fafnir. He takes down, what's the name? Xcalius, Regulus. And that's technically the winner right there. Nightmare Luinor defeated him in every single scenario. So if you enjoyed the video, hit like, comment a suggestion down below. Also subscribe on the road to 5,000 subscribers, okay? Also, comment Nightmare, I'll give you a heart in the comments below. But until next time, have a nice day. Adios.